Radhasthami. Thank you so much, Barsana Chitra Mataji. It was wonderful. You took us to Barsana. So next is Lalita Madhav Mataji. She'll be leading the Kirtan today.
Hare Krishna. Let us sing a bhajan which is Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite. Can you please share it, somebody on the group? Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite.
Can you share that?
Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite. Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite. Gokula Taruni Mandala Marite. Gokula Taruni Mandala Marite. Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite. Gokula Taruni Mandala Marite. Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite. Gokula Taruni Mandala Marite. Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite. Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite. Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite. Namodarati Vardhana Veshe. Namodarati Vardhana Veshe. Hari Sutta Vindraviti Veshe. Hari Sutta Vindraviti Veshe. Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite. Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite. Vishwanudhadi Navasati Leke. Vishwanudhadi Navasati Leke. Lalita Sati Guna Ramita Vishake. Lalita Sati Guna Ramita Vishake. Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite. Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite. Karunam Guru Mai Karuna Barite. Karunam Guru Mai Karuna Barite. Sanata Sanatana Varita Barite. Sanata Sanatana Varita Barite. Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite. Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite. Gokula Taruni Mandala Marite. Gokula Taruni Mandala Marite. Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite. Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite. Damodarati Vardhana Veshe. Hari Sutta Vindraviti Veshe. Damodarati Vardhana Veshe. Hari Sutta Vindraviti Veshe. Damodarati Vardhana Veshe. Damodarati Vardhana Veshe. Damodarati Vardhana Veshe.
Jaya Jaya Madhava
की जय। जय श्री राधे।
Thank you so much, Lalita Madhav Mataji and Saranga Prabhuji, for taking us to Barsana. Everyone, please say loudly, Radhe Radhe, Radhe Radhe, Barsane wali Radha ki jai. So next we have Bharat Prabhuji. He will be leading the kirtan. Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
everybody just had the taste of spiritual realm. So next in the program we have a class by Her Grace Radhika Bhakti Mataji. She'll be giving a class on Radhasthami.
Hare Krishna. ये book no, I can sit down.
No.
Hare Krishna, everybody. Good evening. We'll start with some prayers. We all can say at the same time. Om Ajnanatirandasya Jnananjana Chakshuram Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadatam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sarvajata Sahagana Sarvaitam Savadutam Parijana Salika Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Pada Sahagana Shri Vishakanitam Cha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinamado Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute
Tapta Kanchana
Gaurange Radhe Vrindavaneshwari
Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpatrubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo
Vaishnavyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Good evening, everybody, and thank you, Prabhuji, for giving me the opportunity to talk on this auspicious Radhasthami day. I want to start saying that I'm really not even qualified to say anything. I do not have any adhikar to talk on this occasion of Sri Radhasthami. But I had a desire to do this for to show my gratitude to Radharani on how much immense support and strength that Radharani gave me this whole year, that I really wanted to show that gratitude to her, and also from all the lessons what I had learned in this year. I thought I cannot really explain who is Shri Radharani, but thank you. I cannot explain who is Radharani, but at least I want to introduce you guys that she is our only hope. Without Radharani, we cannot even understand Krishna, and for us to understand Krishna, we have to go through Radharani, and what Radharani is through. I mean, I can say a little bit with my experience, and also she's so merciful. Without this whole association, I could have never crossed my last 4 years without this association. So I'm so grateful, and that's why I had to request Saran Prabhu that Prabhu, I really want to talk on this particular day because this is my really only chance to show Radharani, like, you know, how much she has been merciful, and she's our only hope. So without delay, I'm so sorry about it. Okay, like I said, I'm really not qualified, so I'm not going to talk any philosophy of Radharani because I myself, I do not understand it. But my only try here is I have 4 topics today to discuss. The first one is we will see how Srimati Radharani appeared in Golok, Vrindavan and Earth. So the only reason to discuss on this is because we are not qualified to understand the Tattva. At least by understanding how she appeared in Golok, Vrindavan, we cannot take very lightly Srimati Radharani, like how it is being showed in the modern days in the TV serials. So we cannot afford to take her lightly. So I'm going to explain through her appearance. That's one topic. And the second thing is, you know, when Krishna winded up his pastime when he left, what Yamunaji gave a solution for all the queens in Dwaraka, how to deal with the Krishna separation. And the reason to discuss this is that is the mood we should have throughout in our bhajan. Then only we can get to, and that also that mood we can do only through Radharani. So that's one thing. And the next is there was a Brajavasi. It's a true story. What happened in his life and how Srimati Radharani was the only hope in his life. So I want to touch about that. And the last section, if the time permits, I would like to say a little bit of my experience and realization, but I want to talk about these 3 important things. And before I get into this, I want to talk 2 minutes about, as we all know, Bhadra Purnima is coming, and Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhakti Vinod Prabhu has already given a class about it, how important Srimad Bhagavatam is. Srimad Bhagavatam is a literally incarnation of Swayam Bhagwan Shri Krishna. As our Prabhupada says, who is Shri Krishna? Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. That's the definition of Krishna. So he himself, so everybody should have Srimad Bhagavatam in their house. And also one of our acharyas very beautifully has an analogy explained. We know in whole of the Srimad Bhagavatam there are 18,000 verses, and all these verses glorify only Shri Krishna. And they say there is no name of Shri Radha mentioned anywhere. Although we know Sukadev Goswami in 10th canto, 38th chapter, 28th verse, he says, Anyaditha, he starts by saying that there's only one gopi who can understand Krishna perfectly and exactly know how to worship Krishna, how to please Krishna. So indirectly he's telling about Srimati Radharani. And also Sukadev Goswami is none other than the parrot of Srimati Radharani. And for him it was so hard because he had only 7 days on his hand. The minute he says Radha, he goes into trance for 6 months, so he did not want. But our Acharya so beautifully says, all these 18,000 verses are printed in black, right? If the paper is not white, can we read the verses? No. That means to have darshan of Shri Krishna in this Srimad Bhagavatam of 18,000 verses, we need to have Gaurangi, who is Srimati Radha, the white pages. Without having the white pages, we will not be able to read the black verses, which represent Krishna. So when I heard this, I thought it's what a wonderful way of understanding Srimati Radharani to this. So I thought I'll just repeat what they said. So if you do not have Srimad Bhagavatam, my humble request is in this Chaturmas, it's a wonderful opportunity. So please welcome Shri Krishna on this auspicious day to your home. Thank you. And yeah, let's go into how Srimati Radharani appeared in Goloka Vrindavan. So we all know the ocean churning pastime, right? Samudra Manthan Leela. In that, what happens? I won't go detail. I'm just really quick. In Samudra Manthan Leela, what happens? We have demons and we have demigods churning the ocean. A lot of things comes up. There comes a poison, and Mahadev takes the poison, and there comes Amrit, which is
Nectar.
nectar. So that nectar goes into demon's hand, and then Krishna comes as Mohini avatar, right? When he comes off as Mohini avatar to trickily take the nectar from the demons and distribute it to the demigods, what happens at that time is everybody suddenly seeing the Mohini avatar, even Mahadev also, they will have a lusty desire towards her. Oh my God, she's so beautiful. I wish I can have her in my life. Everybody, even all the demigods and the demons have the same feeling, except only one person in that whole assembly. That is Suryadev. Suryadev thinks, I wish she's so beautiful. I wish I can have Mohini as my daughter. So immediately when Bhagwan knows that feeling, he goes to Suryadev and says, I'm so impressed by you. Only you had this feeling, all others had the lusty feeling. Please, yes, thank you so much for recognizing it, but I really want you as my daughter in my life. And Bhagwan, Lord Shri Krishna says, you think it is so easy to just get me as a daughter? You have to do a lot of tapasya. And immediately Suryadev says, I'm ready to do it right now. And he does a long tapasya, and then Bhagwan gets satisfied with his tapasya and said, okay, you have conquered me, and I'm going to come in your house as my daughter. And then many years over, and Surya Bhagwan is happy, and then he comes as one Raja in one lifetime and is waiting. Oh, Krishna, he promised, he will come as a beautiful daughter. That lifetime he does not come. There comes another lifetime where he comes as Vrishabhanu. Bhanu means Suryadev. Okay, so he comes as Vrishabhanu, and he does in that life a tapasya for Brahmaji in particular, and he prays to Lord Brahma saying, Brahmaji, and Brahmaji get pleased by his tapasya and said, okay, what do you want from me? And he says, I do not want anything from you, but I need a small favor. I want you to go to Bhagwan and remind him that he promised me that he's going to come himself as my daughter. Looks like he's forgotten. And then, but you have to promise me that, you have to give me some assurance that you will go and talk and convince Bhagwan. And Brahma says, oh really, I will go and I will remind him. For that, I myself will be a mountain in Barsana. So Brahmaji will be there are 4 mountains in Barsana. I mean, I will not talk about the mountain, but Brahmaji will be one mountain, assuring him that I'm going to talk to Bhagwan. And he goes to Bhagwan and reminds him, you remember that Vrishabhanu, he's really waiting for you to come as a daughter. And then Bhagwan says, oh, I forgot. I really forgot about it. And what does he want? And Brahmaji says, he wants you to come as daughter, and you had promised him. Yes, I remember. And also he told me clearly that he wants you to come as a daughter, not in the way of Mohini Roop, because when you came as Mohini Roop, everybody had that lusty feeling. But this time, when you come, you have to come to destroy the lusty feeling and imbibe the prema bhakti, which is unconditional love, which is niswartha prem. He wants a daughter who can imbibe that love, which is unconditional love. And then Shri Krishna, and he's just thinking about it. In this lifetime, I already have 4 parents to deal with. Yashoda Maya and Nanda Baba and Devaki and Vasudev. How do I handle 2 more? He's thinking about it. And while he's thinking, and he sees a pillar, and he sees his own reflection on the pillar. When he sees, he gets so attracted. Krishna means attraction, right? Attraction. He sees his own beauty in the pillar, and he gets so much attracted to that beauty. And in Hindi we say, sthir karna, his pratibimb ko sthir karna. what do you say? He stabilizes his own image, and then he starts decorating it. He decorates with definitely like a girl, with a lot of ornaments, like eyelashes and all that, long hair and chunari, everything. And at one point we think, okay, everything looks fine, she looks beautiful, I need to change the color of it, and immediately the bluish complexion is being changed to the golden hue, which is Gaurangi color, and she likes. The minute Krishna changes her color, it will be so bright, like 1,000 suns and moons together, and immediately Krishna himself cannot open his eyes seeing the bright light. And after some time, immediately what he sees is Radharani has appeared so beautifully, and he immediately, Krishna, first thing what he does after seeing Srimati Radharani is he bows down to Srimati Radharani. That means what? Like Srimati Radharani can control Sri Krishna. Yeah. So by this, what we understand is Srimati Radharani is non-different from Krishna. How she appeared, there is only one Atma. In Chaitanya Charitamrita there is a verse, Ek hi Atma, doi Roop dhare. So Radha and Krishna are not two Atma, two souls. So we can't say, oh, why didn't he get married? Why are they live in relation? Whatever. These people nowadays in Kali Yuga, they talk too many different things. Unfortunately, because lack of knowledge. So Srimati Radharani, this is how she appeared in Goloka Vrindavan. And now that she appeared, so what I mean to say is, so now we should understand the Radha Tattva. So how is Srimati Radharani formed? By its own Krishna's potential, energy. It's called Ladini Shakti. That is, Srimati Radharani's only purpose is to give pleasure to Sri Krishna. So Krishna, Radha and Krishna are Ek Atma, they are just two forms. So this one thing I wanted to clarify, and then the next part is now Krishna says, okay, the daughter is ready, so let's send her to Vrishabhanu's house. And he requests Srimati Radharani, so can you please go to Vrishabhanuji's house? And Radharani says, no, I cannot go, because I need at least these three things. I need Vrindavan, I need Govardhan mountain, I need Yamunaji. Without these three, I'm not going to Golok. That's how, again, by her mercy, we got Vrindavan Dham today with all these three, Govardhan Parvat and Yamunaji and what was that? The other one? Govardhan Parvat, Yamunaji and Vrindavan. So basically Krishna had to, whatever is in Golok Dham, Krishna had to really replicate it here, again through Radharani's mercy. So we are so grateful. Even before she comes, she's showering mercy. So how merciful Radharani is. And then she is born, like one day Vrishabhanu Maharaj goes to Yamuna to take shower, and he sees like a golden different kind of lotus, And also Srimati Radharani, she appeared 4:40 a.m. in the morning in Brahma Muhurat. And that too closed in the lotus form, because lotus opens as the sun rises, right? So when Vrishabhanu Maharaj came to take shower near the Yamunaji, and the lotus is gradually opening, and he sees, oh, it's opening, and what he sees is so beautiful, Srimati Radharani in that, and he feels so happy, and he takes Srimati Radharani and he comes home, and the days pass by. What they are seeing is Srimati Radharani is not opening her eyes, and then the demigods see. I'm going really fast in this because I know most of you guys know, but the demigods, the demigods send Narad Muni. They are very disturbed that she's not opening the eyes, so please go and help. And then Narad Muni says to Vrishabhanu, let me go, leave me in a room with Srimati Radharani. I have some magic prayers I can do, so she will open the eyes, she doesn't have any problem. And then Narad Muni goes inside and he chants this beautiful names by which Srimati Radharani, I'll tell you what happened, but this is what he chants. Hey Krishna Manoharini, Jaya Vrindavana Priye, Jaya Bhumangala Lalite, Jaya Venu Rava Sudha. The minute when Narad Muni said, "Hey Krishna Manoharini," the minute she heard Krishna, the small baby, like 8 days old, she immediately started to peep out from the cradle and look for who is singing. Narad Muni, she was so happy. And then the whole kirtan, Narad Muni was singing this. She was just doing her kartal like this. And Narad Muni was so excited. Radharani is so beautiful. And he circumambulated Radharani and all that. And her friends come by, her Sakhis come by and say, "Naradji, you have made my beloved Radharani so happy, so we will give you a boon. Whenever you want to meet Srimati Radharani, you can go to 3 places. One is Barsana, one is Yamuna ji, and one was where was that? Sorry, I forgot. One was, I think Govardhan, right. So you can go there and immediately you say the exact prayers that you said, and you will see Radharani, and you can sing for her pleasure. But after Narad Muni leaves, she's still not opening the eyes, and but at least they know she's fine. It's just there is some reason to it. And then after 8 days, Krishna comes and she opens the eyes. So this is the pastime. This is how she appeared in Golok Vrindavan, and sorry, what's the time? Yeah, in Golok Vrindavan and our earth. And the next one is now. In Dwarka, what happens after Krishna? So this is the second topic, okay? In Dwarka, when Krishna winds up the pastime and he leaves, his body as he came for the Leela. And that time, we know in Dwarka there are 16,000 108 patranis, that is queens. When Krishna went, he takes 8 patranis, and there are still 16,100 queens remaining. And Krishna's grandson, who is Vajranab, he sees all the patranis are so morose, and in separation they are always so depressed. He wanted to help them, and so what he does is he gets all the patranis to Vrindavan near the Yamuna, and there all the patranis will ask Yamuna Devi, how come you are not sad? Even Krishna left from here, right? How come you are like flowing so nicely and you are happy? How is this possible? And then Yamuna ji says, I also went through that. I was totally dried up. Then what happened? The merciful Srimati Radharani herself, she came and she gave me that pure love. What happens with the pure love is what Srimati Radharani gives is, when you see Srimati Radharani in her face very closely with the bhakti, you will start seeing Krishna exactly in the face. And when you see Krishna, you will start seeing Srimati Radharani. So if you have not taken darshan of Radha Krishna in this way, that means you have not even that means you have not even seen either of us. You have not taken darshan at all. So at least for us, this is something which we can aspire, how to take a darshan of Srimati Radharani. And when they say that, when they said that, and then she also says other thing that, like let's say if I have a desire to have rasmalai, I know Lalita Mataji makes the best rasmalai. So what happens when I have a desire to eat? My soul has a desire to eat, and the soul is connected to the body, right? So body and sense organs, everything, they are serving the soul. So even if we eat, it's on the tongue for literally like less than 5 minutes, right? What is that satisfaction we get? It's really the satisfaction of the soul. It's not even the tongue or anything. All these senses are really working to fulfill the desire. And this soul, this Atma, is a part and parcel of Sri Krishna. But Krishna's Atma is always with Srimati Radharani. So instead of, so the easiest way to please Sri Krishna or get Sri Krishna is hanker to Radharani, So that's what Yamuna ji teaches the Patranis, and they feel like, oh, okay, so okay, we are going to worship Srimati Radharani now on. So that way our heart gets satisfied automatically, right? This is what, when we have a desire that we know Krishna will be satisfied when we pray Srimati Radharani. So we just pray Srimati Radharani, so Krishna is satisfied. So this, when I heard this, I felt it's so beautiful. So this is one of the mood we should always be having in our sadhana when we are worshipping Radha Krishna or Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And the next one is, it's a very interesting story, which is a true story, which happened in Vrindavan. His name is Krishna Das. This Krishna Das was a bhakt of Krishna, Bhagwan, Sri Krishna, and he used to stay in Nandagaon. His only thing he was good at is making garlands, like Kamalishwari Mataji, you know, he's very good at making garlands. So one day, he always used to make garland, you know, and go to Nandagaon and offer it to Krishna deity, and he used to come. And one day he happened to hear Mahabharat. In Mahabharat there is a parv where Bhishma ji says, if anybody takes a vow to do something to please the Lord or anything for continuous 12 years without even missing a single day, and on the 13th year, the first day of the 13th year, their wish will be fulfilled. So whatever. So when Krishna Das heard this of Mahabharat, he immediately says, okay, I know how to make garland, and that I love making garland and offering it to Krishna, Lord Krishna. So I'm going to take a vow. For 12 years, he goes to the temple and he says, you know what, I'm going to take a vow that every day, whatever it is, I'll make the garland and I'll come and offer it to you. But my deal with you is, on the 13th year, first day of the 13th year, I need your darshan. That is the deal. And every day, even if he's having fever, hurricane, wind, whatever, you know, his chat goes away, whatever happens, his only priority is, I need to make garland, I need to have a garland ready tomorrow morning, so I have to go to the temple and offer it to Sri Krishna. And every time he goes to, you know, Sri Krishna, he says, okay, it's been 10 years, 5 years, 2 years, 1 week, last 2 days. Hello, Krishna ji, only 2 days is remaining. You know? Don't forget, very soon, be prepared to come when I give you a darshan. So he reminds Lord Krishna like that. And last day, he says, this is the last garland and I have not missed 1 day, so you better keep your promise. And he says, I'm not even going to turn, I'm just looking at you. And he goes just backwards walking. I'm not coming tomorrow, okay, I'm very serious, I'm not coming. But please come and I will have the chappan book prepared, everything. And this is a true story. And yeah, he lives in a small hut. And then he gets up the next day morning, he's making all the chappan book and beautiful flower garland is ready. He's having full faith in Krishna, that Krishna will come. Oh, this is Bhishma Dev saying, you know, so it has to be true. And he's waiting, morning happens, 10 o'clock, oh, Krishna is not here. I used to put at 7 o'clock, what happened, 10 o'clock? Oh, it's okay, the Shringar Aarti is going on, he's busy, he doesn't want to disappoint the devotees. And 12 o'clock, oh, Bhoga, he must be hungry, you know. Oh, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, oh, he's gone with the cows to the cow herd, you know, he cannot miss his duty, so he'll come. And evening, he's not there, and it's 7 o'clock, he's still not there. And he's thinking, oh, you know what, Shayan Aarti will go, and you know, maybe Krishna is very smart, so he's going to put Yashoda Maya and Nanda Baba to sleep, and then he will come, you know, like very carefully. And he's waiting, and you know, it's late night, and Krishna doesn't show up. And immediately what he thinks is, you know what, I'm the biggest fool. I wasted so many years of my life just doing this. I know Krishna is Makhan Chor, but I never thought he's this big cheater also. And he says, yeah, you know what, you're such a big cheater, and I'm just going to go anyway. The whole day is gone, now he won't come. And whatever he prepares, chappan bhog, he'll pack everything, the mala, he takes it, and he just leaves the house. He said, I'm not going to stay here, I'm going to leave. And he will be going, and suddenly what he sees, a bunch of cows, you know, they are the herd of cows, they are rushing. And he's just so mad at Krishna, how can you do this to me? You know, exactly like how when it happened to us. And he's just thinking in that mood and he's gushing. And then a coward voice comes, Baba, stop, don't you see the cows, where are you going? It's okay, I mean, how many cows are this? It's in this night, where are these cows going? They are going to Nanda Baba's house. Whatever, he's already so pissed off with Nanda cow, he's like, whatever. And then the cowherd boy says, why don't you just sit for some time? There are a lot of cows, it will take some time. There will be a tree and he'll be sitting. The cowherd boy sit next to him and he says, what is this sauce? Like, it's smelling so good. What do you have in your bag? I can smell ghee and all. What do you have? I have some food. You want to eat now? No, I'll eat later. I'm so hungry. Can you share with me? He says. And then he's like, okay, fine. And he takes out and he gives him a plate. He says, oops, my hand is so dirty with the cow dung and the dust. Can you feed me? Wow, Jaise Raja, Vaise hi Praja. Krishna is also very lazy and he likes to get work done from others. All his people are also like that, They don't even want to eat, they just want to get the work done from others. And he says that and he starts feeding him. And he feeds and he eats. After a while, the cowherd boy, he started crying. He has tears, his eyes are red and he starts to cry. I said, what happened to you? Why are you crying? Is it not, it's spicy or it's not good? And he says, no, I really missed your garland today. From morning, I've been waiting and waiting for your garland. Can you please put your garland? And immediately, Krishnadas, he stands up and he says, who are you? Then Krishna shows his form and he says, I am the one, today's 13th day, you asked me to give darshan, so please put the garland. And Krishnadas immediately leaves everything and he says, no, I can't put the garland on you. He's saying, please, I'm dying, I want you to put the garland, because every time when you put the garland, it is not just a garland. I always feel Krishnadas is hugging me and I have missed that hug since the morning. Please put the garland. Then Krishnadas says, no, I'm sorry. And he runs and Krishna runs, that cowherd boy runs behind him. Please, Krishnadas, put the garland. He's like, no, I cannot put the garland. They run for a while and then he said, can you tell me why you don't want to put, you want to hear why? The minute I decide, this Nandagaon is whatever, Krishna is not coming, let me take this garland and go to Barsana and put this garland on Srimati Radharani's lotus feet. The minute I decided, you appeared. So that means, why do I waste the garland putting to you? I will rather go to Barsana and I'll put on her lotus feet. That way you are always with me. It took 12 years for you to come to me. And that was so hard. So I'll go to Sri Barsana and I'll put the garland on Srimati Radharani's lotus feet. So Srimati Radharani's lotus feet is so special and special and special. I will cover that a little bit in the end. But so this is how merciful Srimati Radharani is. Even Krishna had to go behind. The next one is, okay, yeah. So I was telling how Srimati Radharani is our only hope. In Bhagavad Gita, this last piece, what I'm talking is about how Radharani is our only hope. To understand that, why is what I'm trying to explain now. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says in the 18th chapter, Sarva dharma parityajna mamekam sharanam vraja aham sarva papegno mokshasyami masucha. That means, surrender unto me, I'll clear all your sins and I'll take you back. No, do not fear, he says this. But we are so conditioned. The standard of surrender is so high, we cannot even understand what the standard of surrender is. I try to surrender, we can only say, oh, I have surrendered. But Krishna's standard of surrender is unimaginable. So that bar is too high for us in this conditioned soul. Next, we are happy, at least Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came in this yuga and he says, Forget about, you cannot surrender, no worries. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is none other than whoever are new. He is Radha Krishna himself. You know, with Radha Bhav he comes. You know, Srimati Radharani's Bhav, with that Bhav he comes here. Again, he's super merciful in this Kali Yuga to give us mercy. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, do only these three things, simple three things. What is that? Do Harinam Sankirtan, that is chanting, and do Vaishnav Seva and Jivedaya. Vaishnav Seva. So let's talk about Harinam. Do Harinam. What chanting? Chanting is not easy. I mean, yeah, you can just sit and chant Hare Krishna, and Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. We can do that kind of chanting, but the quality chanting, you know, the quality chanting with the mood, with the intensity of you really need something, you really need their attention. That quality chanting I'm talking about. So that Harinam, doing Harinam chanting is not easy, because there is always constant fight with your mind to focus, right? And Vaishnav Seva. We are so conditioned that even there is some seva, we cannot do selfless seva. We try to see, okay, I'm good at this, maybe I'll take that, do this, you know, whatever. We are always even if we try to stop, it automatically comes. We do not have the selfless seva bhavana yet. That is also very hard. And the other thing is Jivedaya. Yeah, we are vegetarian, yeah, we are vegan. That's the full stop of Jivedaya. Jivedaya is even at the soul level, you know, even to our children, even to our spouse. It's not just outside the family, you know. We have to be compassionate and always think positive. It's very hard to always think, oh, you know what, he's my husband, he's telling me that it's okay. No, minute the husband says something, we counter argument, right? Like, oh no, I have full rights, you know, he cannot say. So, but still, the Jivedaya can go as subtle as it can go. It's very hard. So, for us, Krishna's standard is this, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is even made easy, but look at our state. For us, both is very hard. So, we need to have that understanding that this is I have no hope. How can I go back from this life and again I'm coming and doing the same thing, family, kid, you know, this lifetime, this kids, this wife, this property, I made everything. Again, 2 minutes? Okay. So lifetime I have to come again and again. So we need to have that realization, we need to understand what is our state, and we need to really do our sadhana, whatever the sincere chanting, and we need to call with that intensity that, okay, fine, I will do Harinam, I will do Seva, whatever Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying, these three things, I'll put my heart and soul. With thorough sincerity, when we shows, that time you will automatically get Srimati Radharani in your life. You do not have to go, even if you don't know Srimati Radharani, through some devotee, she's going to come in your life and she's going to show you that I am that, you need me. She will come into your life and she will see how sincere you are, and she will say, okay, I see my child is sincerely trying, and she goes to Krishna and she says, Krishna, can you please accept Radhika Bhakti Devi Dasi? She's struggling, she has no hope, can you please accept? And Krishna says, let me open the balance sheet of Radhika Bhakti. Oh my God, are you serious? There is so much Gotala left in her balance sheet. No, I can't. You know, she has more to burn. Like, you know, she needs more lifetimes and she needs to fix herself. I cannot accept her. No, please. Radharani tries to convince, like, it's okay, forgive her and give her one chance, it's okay. Then Krishna says, no, I cannot, I'm sorry. At that time, Radharani has a secret weapon she uses, which is a final weapon. Radharani says to Krishna, if I can request, if you really love me, I want you to accept Radhika Bhakti Devi Dasi. I'm so selfish, I'm using wine everywhere. But then Krishna says, "Oh my God, now I cannot. There is no option at all. So I have to accept yes." And that's how merciful Srimati Radharani is. So we always, our only hope is Srimati Radharani. Okay. Now the last part, I want to talk about the lotus feet of Srimati Radharani, and just a small incident of what happened in my life is. Whenever there is a situation, everybody's life will have a situation. When there is a situation where you cannot do anything, we do not have any control, no solution, you can, even if you can put your brain 100%, you can be an IIT smartest, you still will not find a solution. When you are in that in that situation, and when you are full of fear, then somehow through some exalted devotees, somehow I by hearing some lecture, I did this and it helped me. So I want to share the same thing today with you all. So whenever that situation comes, just take your japamala and sit in front of Srimati Radharani and open your heart to her. This is my situation. I do not know, I do not see any other way, but I will only ask you to help. Can you please help me? With your sincere heart, just pray her to help. And I can bet you with all my life, Srimati Radharani will 100% reciprocate if you are sincere and you understand. And because that is a situation where you can really beg for mercy. All other times the begging doesn't come from your heart. When you are put in that situation, you're basically grounded, and that calling that you have for begging is like no other call. Nobody even can act that kind of begging call that you do. But you don't have to wait for the situation to arise, like I said before, how we do not have any hope, So even with that, every day we can call out to Radharani. But this I am telling, when you are in a situation, use that and call out to Srimati Radharani for help. At that time, she is going to reciprocate. When she reciprocates, it will not be, let's say, in an example, I say, I'm having tough time passing this math paper, and you are calling to Srimati Radharani, please help me to pass this math paper. If your sincerity is really high, Srimati Radharani not just clears your math paper, she just graduates you for good from PhD, okay? And at that time, if you do not have the intelligence, you will say, oh, I'm so mad at you. Why did you do that? I was waiting for you to clear my math paper. That's a foolishness. So do not expect the solution will be addressing your problem, but the solution is rather when she gives chappad bhaadke, she gives full on mercy. She's not like she is 0 or 1. She gives full on mercy. So like that, definitely I feel fortunate. Srimati Radharani somehow, even though I don't deserve and I did not even call out with that much thing, but I feel by all our devotees' prayers, sincere prayers and association, she was compelled to reciprocate with that much love, and that she gave my daughter, how she transitioned while she left her body 2 months ago. I am so in-depth to Srimati Radharani. And also, recently, last month, I was just sitting and contemplating, and so beautifully, my whole puzzle got resolved. So what is the puzzle? I'll tell you. 1 year ago, we went to Sri Vrindavan Dham. Okay, after we came from Sri Vrindavan Dham, I saw Srimati Radharani's lotus feet, and I got so much attracted, so immensely attracted. I don't even know how I got her in my life. Then I started so much attraction that I could not take off my eyes. So any situation, my daughter had seizure, she fell down so many times. So many situations happened. Every time, the only one thing I did was, luckily I have for everybody one of these lotus feet today to gift of Srimati Radharani. So this is the feet I always used to have with me, and I used to, this is how we practiced, even with Mehak. Whenever you have any pain, her name is Madhuri Radha, we call her Mehak, her legal name is Mehak, and I started telling her, do not call Mama when you are pain. Just call our eternal mother. Let's both of us call Srimati Radharani for help. Not necessary. The pain was only what is that? An instrument, like just a way to calling her out. But we always relied on her lotus feet for every single time, So 1 year. But by the end of the time when she was leaving her body, she was so much fixed and love, intimate, immense love for Srimati Radharani. I was surprised myself. So I was just thinking how this all came. And last month, so beautiful. I want to thank Srimati Radharani. After Krishna Janmashtami, this whole puzzle got so clarified. What is that is, we were so much attached to Srimati Radharani's lotus feet. And then what last 2 weeks ago or last week, there was Japa retreat from His Holiness Romapad Swami Maharaj. It's a 3-day program, wonderful retreat. If nobody has seen, I would highly recommend to go. It will just make your Japa ecstatic, the mood. And there Maharaj says, what keeps him going? He is so many years, more than 50 years he's practicing the Krishna consciousness with chanting. He opens his heart and he says, for me it works. I just follow Rupa Goswami because see the sincerity on Guru. Prabhupada says we are Rupa Anugas. He says, for me, the more I think of Rupa Goswami, my connection and my chanting is connected. Then that was one piece. I'm just telling you how my puzzle solved. Okay, I hope you are following. So I heard that, and after a few days, I was preparing for Radhasthami. I was listening to some lectures, and there I heard Rupa Goswami is none other than Rupa Manjari in Goloka, who is serving Srimati Radharani. And what is her eternal role? Her eternal role is she only worships Radharani's lotus feet. And who are we? We are Rupa Anugas. Look how merciful is Sri Radharani. We in our sampradaya, we are Rupa Anugas, right? We follow Rupa Goswami. What is Rupa Goswami's eternal service? Worshipping lotus feet. And what came into my life is Radharani's lotus feet. And Mehak was so much attached to it. I feel so fortunate. I didn't even know all this, That is why I'm saying Radharani is very merciful. You don't have to know anything. You just have full faith in that situation, even though every time you see that the things are not working in your favor, it is going extreme adverse, but you still have faith. That's the test. But Radharani, she always responds, and I am so grateful to her and to our association, our devotee, this group, and our association that everything happened, and then again, you see, it came like this, and we are still connected to the parampara, Rupa Anugas. We are Rupa Anugas. And after my daughter left her body, after 3 days, one of her other friend in her in her dream, Mehak came and told her that please tell my mom that not to worry about me. I'm very happy. In Goloka Vrindavan, I am serving Srimati Radharani and Krishna under the Manjaris. She was like so shocked of this dream, and she called me and she said, and that too, the timing that she called was not immediately after her dream. She was waiting, let us get over the grief period and she will call. And that day when she called, I was just 1 hour ago, she called me. 1 hour before she calling me, something happened, some memory of Madhuri Radha came, and I was literally crying for Srimati Radharani, saying, I hope she's with you. I'm not even sad that she's not with me, but I want to know that Madhuri Radha is with you. That's all. I'm not asking her to be with me. I would never do that. But I just want. And immediately I was just crying and going to the airport, all this, and she calls. I ignore, I'm not in a mood to talk. Again she calls, then I think of picking up, and she says all this to me. I got this dream long time back, but I was not sure if you were in the situation, so I was waiting it. I said, what a perfect time. How did you think you should call me now? She said, I don't know, suddenly I had a feeling that I should call you. So I mean, so many instances. So this is what I say. Srimati Radharani is not even ordinary. I mean, the only reason to say is not because how great my daughter is or anything. Because if I don't say this, I think it will be very selfish of me to just keep this. If this can help anybody in any situation, I would rather have, we all have to share and learn what we have. So I really pray to Srimati Radharani and Radha Govindji that, may they all be merciful on all of us and keep us grounded on this bhakti path. Okay, thank you so much. I know I went over, but thank you. One last thing is, for each family, I got this Radharani lotus feet. So one for each family, it is here. So please collect it. Okay?
Let's keep it there on the book table.
Yeah, okay. Thank you so much. And I am ever grateful to Srila Prabhupada.
Thank you, Radhika Bhakti Mataji, for this wonderful class. I guess we learned how the birth story of Radharani was. If many of you might have known, and many of you might have learned a few more details. And the secret mantra of Narad Muni, that you can, whenever go to Vrindavan, get a chance, you can recite at Radhakund or Govardhan, so at Yamuna Ji. And the three things, the important things for the Kali Yuga people is the Hari Nam, and the serving the devotees, and the compassionate mode. So the next part of the program we will be doing is the Radha Kripa Strot by the kids. The kids will be presenting this. Yeah. Yeah. So while we will be doing Radha Kripa Kataksh Strot, we'll be also doing Pushpanjali to Radha Govindji here. So I would request all of you to form a line in the left hand side of you, and then we will one by one offer flowers to Radharani's lotus feet.
It was very nice. It was very nice. It was very nice.
Kids will be singing, and we all can do pushpa. Please, everybody form a line on this side.
This side or that? Ishan.
And read it with them.
going to sing Sri Radhasthami. It is written by Srila Vyasudev. Shri Radhike namostute, 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 Shri
यौवने प्रमोदमानमन्दिते प्रियानुरागरञ्जिते
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare Krishna. Thank you for this wonderful Radha Kripaka talk stroke. So next program would be the Aarti. And once the Pushpanjali is done, we will be doing Aarti followed with Lakshmi Narasimha Prabhuji. And if you would like to support us in our efforts and keep us having these wonderful programs, you can donate us via cash, Zelle, credit card or PayPal. We also have our website, yogaforthesoul.org. It has all the details for the Zelle and PayPal. Alternatively, you can also reach out to the volunteers here for more information. We also have information about donations at the book distribution table. We also have some books and for the kids as well. So without further ado, we will be doing Aarti. So everyone please stand up for the Aarti.
One second.
It's on. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Everyone please come closer. If you move forward.
Hare Rama, Rama Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Jakacha, Sutta Sri Sriman, His Divine Loving Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta, Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki, Jayam Vishnu Pad, Paramahamsa Parikacharya, Ashtuta Sutta Sri Sriman, His Divine Loving Grace, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Ki, Ananta Kurti Vaishnava Vrind Ki, Namacharya Thakur Haridas Ki, Sri Sri Gaura Nitai Ki Jai, Sri Sri Radha Govinda Deva Ki Jai, Srimati Radharani Ki Jai, Srimati Radharani Vrindavaneshwari Ki Jai, Nitai Gaura Brahmanandi. All glories to the assembled devotees. Sri Gauranga.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Lakshmi Narasimha Prabhuji, for the wonderful aarti. So next part of the program is our Narasimha prayers, and it will be done by Brihad Shloka Prabhuji. Bhadra Purnima is coming. It's the full moon in the lunar month of the Bhadra, which is coming up on the Friday of September 29th. In Srimad Bhagavatam in Canto 12, chapter 13, verse 13, it is mentioned, if on the full moon day of the month of Bhadra, one places Srimad Bhagavatam on a golden throne and gives it as a gift, he will attain the supreme transcendental destination. This is the perfect opportunity to ensure our ticket back to Godhead. If you don't have a Srimad Bhagavatam set, I would highly recommend to get one. It's Krishna's incarnation. If you already have a Bhagavatam set, and if you have friends who don't have one, I would recommend you to have one and sponsor one for them. It is the greatest spiritual gift one can give. Please check with Janeshwar Gauranga Prabhuji at the book distribution table of how to get the Srimad Bhagavatam set. And today's Aarti has been sponsored by Marendra Prabhuji and Vishesha Shobha Mataji and Rashmi Mataji. Today is also birthday of Vishesha Shobha Mataji, so I would ask everyone. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Please everyone pray for her spiritual growth.
She's very fortunate. She got lotus feet on her birthday. What does
Hari Bol. A special thank to Radhika Bhakti Mataji for giving the lotus feet to everyone. If anybody has not got the lotus feet picture, they can contact Radhika Bhakti Mataji. She still have some more, I guess. So next part of the program is the best part, which is the prasadam time. And prasadam is a sanctified food which has been offered to our beloved Lord Radha Govindji. And we cook vegetarian food and offer it to the Lord. Remnants of the offered food is prasadam and is karma free. Before we honor prasadam, I would request Janeshwar Gauranga Prabhuji to offer the prayers for the prasadam.
Hare Krishna. Just before we do the Prashadam prayers, I have something very special to say. When Radhika Mataji was giving that wonderful lecture, she said that in order to get the mercy of Lord Krishna, we have to invoke the mercy of Srimati Radharani. So there is a very nice version in Hindi. If you hear, it's very nice. Radhe Radhe Jappo Chale Aayenge Bihari, Aayenge Bihari Chale Aayenge Bihari. Radhe 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 Jappo Chale Aayenge Bihari, Aayenge Bihari Chale Aayenge Bihari. If you go on YouTube, you can Google it or go on YouTube. It's a very wonderful, wonderful version. And just before you leave, please stop by the book table because we have some very, very beautiful books, children's books, cookbooks, Krishna books. If anybody doesn't have a Bhagavad Gita, I would recommend you get that. So we have so many varieties of books. So just stop by. And if you are coming here for the first time, I have a wonderful gift for you. So don't forget to get your free gift. Okay? So the Sharidya Vidya Jal, Jodendriya Tahe Kal, Jive Fele Vishai Sagore, Tara Madhya Jivati, Loba Moye Sudurmati, Take Jetakatina Samsare, Krishna Baradoya Moy, Kori Bare Jiva Joy, Swapasadan Anadilabai, Sena Mitra Pao, Radha Krishna Guna Gao, Preme Dapo Shri Chaitanya Nitai, Jai Nimai Jai Nitai, Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadara, Shri Vasadi Gora Bhakta Vrinda, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare.
And thank you everyone for coming, and we look forward to see you again. So next Saturday, September 30th, we have a spiritual gathering at Kamla Kishori Mataji and Suresh Prabhuji's place at Boca Raton. And on Saturday, October 7th, we have Harinam in Meisner Park. Harinam is chanting the names of the Lord in public, giving everyone an opportunity to hear and glorify the Lord's name. It's a lot of fun, and if you haven't been part of Harinam Sankirtan, I would highly recommend you guys to please join us for the Harinam Kirtan. It's on October 7th, and it starts at 4:30. So we really hope to see you again in the next programs.
Harina, after that is future programs.
So the prasadam has already been set up, so we can form a line over there and we can have the prasadam. Thank you so much.
I'm hungry.
Yes, in the
It's always what did I make this?